Yeah, let's see how it goes.
No, I also decided to. No, I don't.
Alright. Fund ordinance.
You got 8 minutes.
You didn't want to be.
I know. I'm gonna sneak out.
Billy, did I say anything about our speaking?
Uh,
Did I say anything about our speaking? Are you? Hi. Carly and Flint and another.
she got like 5 or 6 hours.
Well, at least we know, ask us for. Monday. I love it. Yeah.
I get to leave. It's the people we want. They want mine. Yeah.
Oh, no, I did not. I did not.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, young lady. This is not production. It's a fire. Now, how is it going? Oh, see. We got in one, that's 3 explanation. The road now.
That's it. Part of the day, all right.
But we need to. Yeah. It was like.
Yeah.
Yeah. On that, but there's no such-
Okay, this is the meeting that y'all can talk, we can talk to you, and you can talk to us.
I always talk to you, girl.
I know, but is that meeting? There's a future board. Wait for minutes.
Work session. And then. You do.
7:30 in the morning.
When the car was on.
That's why I like it.
Yeah.
Road barrier across the hill. I had the car fly over top of them, you know. It was almost in speed, you know.
There you go. All right, thank you. Oh, get last time. Open the meeting with the planning and zoning, public hearing. Anyone speaking on behalf of the property at North Carolina? Home for a residential 1 to a B2. Planning and zoning is making a recommendation to go from residential 1 to B2. What property is that? It's gonna be next to the foundry, the shed that had a chip, yeah, process, yeah. Right. It's, yeah, they're wanting to do that, we want to be able to do some, commercial site and storage units there on the weekend. No public input, I'll declare the public hearing closed. Call to order special council meeting, August 14th, 2023, 6 P M. I believe we have someone up here that's willing to give us lead us in a pledge of allegiance. If you could step forward and just introduce yourself. If you say right here, that's fine.
I am Fernanda, no.
All right. So if everyone stand, you're gonna lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You know, on behalf of the city, I would like to choose. I'd like to give you this, for coming down and leading us to the place. Thank you. Good job. Well, people, let's organize here. I thought this was gonna be an hour meeting. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be an hour at a time. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid. And then you get.
Who's gonna be Ward 4?
Not me on board too.
Who's Ward 4?
All right. City, acting city clerk, will you please, call the roll?
Councilmember Bill Sutter,
Here.
Councilmember Billy Price, here. Councilmember Cassie Cordes,
Here.
Councilmember Glennis Sherman,
Here.
Councilmember Rudy Bell,
Here.
Councilmember Robert Jordan,
Here.
Councilmember Jimmy Gott.
Yeah.
First item on old business. Council, you should have a copy. This is gonna be bill number 7206. Of the repeal of the TNR. This will be the second reading. Entertain a motion to give it a second and final reading. There's a motion. Second. Second. Billy Price, second. Okay. An ordinance to repeal definition in chapter 200, community cat management program, and chapter 210, section 115, titled community cats of the municipal code of the city of Louisiana, county of Pike, Missouri. Be it hereby ordained by the city council of the city of Louisiana, Pike County, Missouri, to repeal definition in chapter 200, community cat management program, and chapter 210, section 115, titled community cats, read 2 times. It's will pass, so. City clerk, would you call the roll?
Yeah, Councilman Bill Sutter,
Yes.
Billy Price, here. Cassie Cordes,
Here.
yes. Glennis Sherman,
Yes.
Rudy Bell,
Yes.
Robert Jordan,
Yeah.
Jimmy Gott.
Let bill number 7206 be duly passed and ordained. Maryland Street, Bridge Project. Brian, you got the packet there, and you want to discuss the project?
The packet has gone before MoDOT for final approval. They're planning on starting work on that this fall. I don't know. You wanna do that? I don't have any of that.
Are they asking for any action?
No, they're basically informing us that they are reviewing any potential conflicts. We'll make sure that we get it in the paper, and they plan on starting any work as soon as MoDOT gives the final approval for that bridge.
So that was sent out to all the council members. Did anyone see anything they had any questions on?
What was the now?
This right here too.
It's done out this afternoon.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance back.
We haven't cleaned up. I hadn't even got it.
So I sent it out Saturday night. What's that, just an agenda?
If that, if that's the one in there, but is it in your packet?
It was just today, it is in the packet, but I haven't had a chance to look at anything else.
Got it? Most of this was done before. I became part of the committee.
So just for the council, the Maryland Street Bridge project is spearheaded by the county. On behalf of the city, they secured the 20% matching funds from their coffers from the American Rescue Funds Act and secured funding through MoDOT TAP grants to replace Maryland Street Bridge project. A lot of the stuff that you see in front of you is the plans and easements and utilities, getting everything cleared. They are widening the bridge to 24 feet. And there will be asphalting all the approaches to and from the bridge and from the side adjoining street. So there's actually 4 sections that will be asphalting partly. And I think there's just one major utility line that the city has requested to review and update and give them an update on the planning that they.
So there's nothing to vote on.
No, there's no-
Basically a notice saying they're about ready to see.
And that's what their target date was the 1st of September is when they was looking at doing that. While we're on this subject, I also brought up pedestrian or the lighting for pedestrian along Georgia Street by the school and the church, Trinity Church there in Jenkins Insurance. So they are still on track with that. The county's in the planning process with them. So. Any questions on Maryland Bridge problem?
Did they check and ask, how many times that's been flooded? That bridge has been flooded probably 50 times, or are they putting in regular supports, or are they gonna?
Yeah, they've asked for a copy of our flood plan and took that into consideration.
So it's been flooded every time.
Yeah, the city actually, that bridge wasn't put their name, the city actually moved that bridge there. And it's been the bridge that they're replacing it with is going to be significantly better and safer for the public. So,
Is it gonna be a 2-car or just a 1-car like it is?
so I mentioned it. First of all, I'll answer this, but I shouldn't be answering this, but it's 12 foot wide now. We're going to 24 foot wide. All right. Next item on the agenda, Family Dollar liquor license.
No.
Vacuuming versus the cellar.
Gallon. So this is just again another update, just bringing it to the council's awareness. No actions needed on behalf of the administration. Just so you can visual, we talk about transparency, what's going on. What's going on, any questions or concerns about approving the Family Dollar liquor license. It's not a question for the council, it's an administrative process that we typically do. No questions, we'll go ahead and move on. Council, next item on the agenda is appointing Ray Carroll to the tourism board with the vacancy there. That's my recommendation. Entertaining council's approval. Second, motion second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yeah.
Opposed, like sign. And I apologize, Council. Ray Carroll is the general manager for the Arcade bed and breakfast, the restaurant, and the bar on Georgia Street. All right. Item F, I do not have any recommendations for Ward 4. Alright.
Have you talked to any of the gentlemen?
Have I talked to people?
Yeah, like with Griff and
Yeah, I spoke to several and so far, no interest right now. Okay.
about Baker, or I mean, anybody?
So I've spoken about 4 people so far, so what I'll do is go ahead and we'll probably go ahead and advertise it and then see if there's any recommendations from Stephen. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the current Louisiana Historic Preservation Committee. They haven't met since March. We threw out an email and a couple of different board members, and one responded, Guy Crouch responded saying that he is stepping down. So we are considering the committee vacant and want to go ahead and abolish the current committee and reappoint committee members. This needs council approval to go ahead and abolish the current members or at least give it first consideration if you think you know anyone that's on that committee currently that is not informed of the situation. We can hold off till next meeting, but we have done our due diligence, reaching out to the various members with no response. Otherwise, I would entertain the motion to abolish the current committee members and reappoint.
I'll make the motion.
First and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes. Yes. Opposed, one sign. So, council, our next item on the agenda is that for the closed session. However, looking at the audience and still having a work session scheduled. Do you want to go ahead and go into closed session and go back afterwards into a work session? Or do you want to table everything now and go into a work session? I just don't want to get out of turn. Go in the work session?
We're just soon go ahead and do those sessions.
Give that just for the audience opportunity without having to leave. So I'm gonna, a motion to table the current meeting. Did that, got a motion? A second? Second. And discussion, everyone understands what's going on. The special council meeting that we can only talk about what's on the agenda. We're going to table it, close it, and then go into open session with a work study session. And then afterwards, once that work study session's done, then we'll go back into our regular special session and then go into a closed meeting. So, yeah, I know it's confusing, but otherwise I'd be asking everyone to leave right now.
What's the work session about?
It's our committee meetings that we normally have. All right, no other discussion,
I have.
hey, yeah,
And it's about the cats? No, it's about, what exactly, because we had a person ask, and I'm still confused about it in private too, what exactly is the bill number for?
so a bill is what's being proposed. It doesn't become ordinance until it actually gets to reading.
This is all passed in 2
Yeah,
readings,
yeah.
and then it becomes ordinance.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and take a roll call. On that motion in a second. Oh, we're gonna be tabling and going into a work session.
Councilman Bill Centers.
Yeah.
Billy Price.
Yes.
Kathy Cordes.
Yeah.
Glenda Sherman.
Yeah.
Rudy Bell.
Yes.
Robert Jordan.
Yeah.
Jimmy Gott.
Yeah.
It's a little bit unorthodox, but I don't want to make it less of an intending for the session.
No, I'm not talking, I'm sorry, no, sorry.
Okay, On our work study, let's go ahead and, infrastructure grounds.
And, Brian, can you give us an update on the yellow, trailer truck number 23 and the plow bucket?
Well, after the, streets and grounds and other departments identified equipment and vehicles that they no longer use and wanted to get rid of. After we did all of that, they came back with the yellow truck trailer number 23. It was, a trailer that they described as too thin to, haul backhoes or some of the equipment that they have on. It said one piece of equipment was the pop for tires, so they, like, what do we have it for? And then the other ones, they have a plow bracket and a plow that doesn't fit in either current trucks.
Okay, so we'd like to sell this then, correct?
They made the recommendations to sell.
Does any council member have an opinion on
You
this?
said the trailer was too thin. You had to go tire, so it's got 14 like that.
I'm just reporting what they had. I mean, I talked to Clinton, Ryan, and Ryan.
A 14 like tires, contain the whole bobcats, backhoes and everything else.
I'm not an expert in this category, so I rely on the,
I get it, that's why
So-
I asked.
So the term wasn't as narrow, the trailer itself was too narrow of the body of the trailer.
The whole bobcat.
Yeah, basically for the equipment that they need.
Well, for the backhoe and everything, I
Yeah.
can understand.
Yeah, they don't, and they have trailers for the bobcats and stuff, but not for the backhoe and.
So that's the old yellow trailer that has been off, set off to the side here.
Yeah, it's got the twinkle finish on it too.
Did we set a price on what we will accept if we make the recommendation?
they did not. I assumed that we would handle it the same way we did before and put it out for bid and then the council can decide whether or not the bid is acceptable or refused.
Okay. Well, I'll make a motion that we put the yellow trailer truck number 23 and the plow bracket and plow up for bid.
Now it's committee, vote. Nope. Well, no, so, excuse me. Yep. So this is committee, so there's no action that we take. There's a 4 council member committee on the infrastructure, so. All we need is, the board to take a yay or nay on that.
Okay.
And we can't talk.
You have to address the chair.
What is your question?
Would it be a good idea to like trade it in on something
On this,
or sell to a different town? Trade?
we're gonna see what the bids are. If the bids come back low, that could be a viable option.
We're not in the we're not currently looking to trade for anything.
No.
Committee members, what do you think? Want to submit this to council?
I don't know.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
You want to submit this to the council, the recommendation for the get bids on these items. Okay.
So I'd say.
All right.
And do we have an update on the landing, the engineers survey down by the riverfront?
I did call them when you asked me to. I haven't got anything back from them. But that's in process.
Okay. That's all the
So give an update to, some other updates.
Yes.
That's all right.
Yeah, I was following them.
I didn't want to talk over you. Yeah, something. Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to check out the property on the corner of Tennessee and 14th Street, 1345 Tennessee
Yes,
Street?
I have.
Have you checked the ditch that runs down the side of the road on
Yes, I have.
14th Street that's eroding?
Yes, that's gonna have to be addressed and redone. Because the upper portion is lower than the bottom portion. And then this is filled in.
Right. I understand that that the engineering and everything else on that street and all the infrastructure below was done prior to our current administrator. Did you also observe a long scratch mark along the wall?
Yes, there was a 3-foot scratch along the wall. However, to me, I don't know where the wall stood beforehand, so I cannot say if the wall was pushed or not.
Right.
But I frequent that area all the time, and that wall was cracked, but it was not separated from both sides. So it did get pushed inward towards the yard.
And did you hear this? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm up there every week, I see it, I look at it and I know what it looks like.
Right, and also there was a comment made by the current administrator that a tree supports that wall. Did you also notice that that wall is not supported by that tree?
The wall is not supported by the tree. I did notice that.
All right, thanks, that's all I had, thank you.
And that we will view that again with the committee, and perhaps the mayor can take another look at that.
All right, thank you.
So the big concern on that piece of, is you started digging it and moving it, it's going to be less stable than what it was potentially. The less there's a lot of work.
Well, my point really is that when they planned to fix that street, they probably should have had the engineering firm assess both sides, the drainage on both sides, not just one, as opposed to one side, fix it and then not the other. But I understand is not the current administration's problem. However, it should have been addressed at the time.
But now the drainage issue is resolved, though, right?
No,
No, it's not.
Over, it is eroding the ground.
The one, the going up the hill, the left side is, the right side is it's not.
Right, you only did one side, not the other, and so you're gonna have a constant erosion problem.
It's almost when you need a piping, conduit, the whole length of the road there.
And the current administrator is correct, the street is crowned, but there would be a drain, but somewhere in that stretch.
Yes, in the middle.
Like the opposite side
Yeah.
has, to control the water coming off the road.
I'll say the committee and the mayor will go up there and we'll take a look at this. And decide as a committee.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So up on Cemetery Road, where they just put the new road up, paved the new road, there's a gap. You can see underneath the road in the ditch line. You're still working on the ditch line to be dug out. There's a gap probably between the pavement and the ground already. And all the water that runs off of there runs over to my property and where the ditches need to be dug. And culverts need to be put in.
I'm not aware of that.
What's your address?
Yeah.
Very good.
320 Cemetery Road.
Cindy will take a look at that tomorrow.
Well, I know Brian's on it, but I'm just saying, you just paid to have new pavement and there's already a gap between the ground and the pavement. Where you can see the tile in the bottom of where the old tile used to be. For the ditch line.
We'll have to see what, we'll have to look at it and then go from there.
So when we fill out the applications, this would be for us to be on these kind of things, committees, right?
These are set council meetings right now. There's other committees.
So the applications wouldn't be for these committees at
Not
all.
necessarily.
Oh,
That is all from the buildings and grounds committee.
Public safety and police hiring committee.
That sounds like one of them.
I know that they were going to be going up and interviewing in what was it one? Was that spot? And did you guys do that?
I think Brian can speak to that. If they did not reserve us, I think, a table for the event.
So we were reserved, the spot, and then like 2 days later, they like, were over books. And so then they unreserved us. And so, they're gonna try and have another one. And, make sure that we're with the next mass exiting of people ending their contracts with the military, they're gonna try and do another one, and let us do that one. But they had more vendor spots, for lack of better words, than they had.
For folks to send through the academy, that I will get you guys soon.
Okay, so we are still planning on sending to the academy.
Correct.
Okay. That's all we have. For the other question.
I think, when you guys have worked, then the officers who come in, are they gonna replace the officers that continuously make mistakes, or are they still gonna have a job?
That is something we have to ask. If there's anybody that has complaints, I'm sure we will look at and evaluate the situation.
I wouldn't give that 100%. I wouldn't, I'm just asking because I've just seen, I haven't been in this area for very long, but I haven't seen a lot of police officers that I would trust. I mean, my mom's been here for a long time, but I've been around this area for a little bit, and I would not feel comfortable approaching anybody just because they lie to your face. Put things out in the public that are far from the truth. And it's just, I would think that whenever you guys are looking to hire people, you look at their background before you hire them. And not just put somebody out there because they have a little bit of experience doing the job.
When I expect to file a complaint.
With him.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll
will
be
do.
the first one to take that risk up.
Correct.
Yeah. I did.
All police officers have to go through,
Yeah, I understand that.
not through the council.
I understand
Council
that,
has
but
last
when
vote.
it goes in the paper and it's pushed out into the public,
Anything officers.
that goes to them, right?
The job.
That goes to them.
Too,
I'm
so.
just saying, if something's put in the
And
paper,
I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying that what was going on is Josh is supposed to have full control of his police officer.
And I'm more than happy to take any complaint from me, and it'll be investigated in full.
Yeah, okay.
what I'm saying is that they're gonna put something in the paper and it can be publicized for everybody, it needs to be fact, not just stuff that they make up and put in there.
Like,
Because if you're looking at the internet, CaseNet, stuff like that, it's clear as day. What's somebody telling you, you guys are putting it out there like it was just something that it wasn't, and now my brother's on. I just, please bring people in that are worth, it should, that's all I have.
Because what we have is not. I've lived in this area for quite some time. I've seen a lot of things, and I do not agree with anything this police force goes by. None of it. I pay taxes just like everybody else in here. I should have my say just like everybody else in here. And I think the police force needs to be replaced from the bottom up.
The whole entire.
The whole entire police department. Because this is a corrupt police department and people just get away with anything and everything around here and nobody holds them accountable. And look at, point it back, look at Bill Jones, and we're not getting any better with what we are hiring here. You all really need to be pulling from the outside of this area and bringing people in to get valuable people that want to work.
Jones was from the outside, I will say that.
The thing is, though, ma'am. we don't have anybody that's going to put in application because of the fee.
No, because it's corrupt here. There's no.
Hey, so it's highly opinionated, and I agree, there's issues. And we're not the only city in the state of Missouri or in the United States that's having the same issues with all that. It's going on everywhere. All we can do is our due diligence. Will we make mistakes? We will make mistakes. So it's one of the things that, why I ran for mayor, is because of our police department. And what we had before, if you wasn't here before, then you missed out on some good stuff.
Josh,
But anyway,
if those two can go to the academy,
What's that?
did you say that there was two of them that was applying for the academy? That was
Yes.
gonna be tied in with us?
Yes, there's two of them that have applied to the academy.
So who pays for that? Well, how do we pay for the county broke?
Thank you. They will get that.
Budgeted resolution.
And they'll be working with them because it's something like that.
So this committee right here, everybody is full, right? This committee, we hire committee?
Yeah.
Okay. All the applicants are turned in and every committee's full, right?
you haven't appointed anyone yet on that.
Oh, yeah. Anybody else?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else for the police committee?
That seems to be it.
All right. Ordinance committee.
Actually, Brian has been working on the animal overhaul, the animal ordinance overhaul, mainly the TNR. And I think the whole thing, okay, the whole ordinance. I don't know how far we have.
We got all through it. It's the first time that I've seen a copy that wasn't in my notes and scribble, so that was tied to that. And yet I haven't had a chance to even really look at it. I am going to suggest that we call it in with the full committee meeting next Monday, so that all of the rest of the committee can look at it and view it and have suggestions and ideas and things to do. It's not, I think it's positive.
And then Billy, you've been assigned to.
Yeah, we haven't gone over it yet.
And then we're going to come up with a marijuana state law compliance, but it's pretty much just gonna be what the state law, right, Diane, it's what the state law is.
Well,
That we're gonna do.
so this, well, this is a suggestion, this is what Vandalia has. Our city attorney has suggested that I pull up the Herman ordinances and look at those. With marijuana, both medical and recreational being approved in the state of Missouri, we have to make sure that we have ordinances that are compliant with that. Prepare for any facility that they want to establish here, whether they are a retail facility or a grow warehouse facility. Well, I just provided an example of the Vandalia one. And then I'll be pulling up a Herman one to send to you, Glenda, as well. Example.
So that is going to say, well, one of the, sure, the red, white, that are not, and.
72 on that. Yeah, that's been raised twice.
Okay, so it's about completed at home. Okay, printed, not printed, decided to go and print it. But that will be, and then I just bring it back and we read through it and vote on it. Is that the right numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing as 7202, which is the orders to repeal and replace chapter 120, conflicts of interest. That is the,
Excuse me, yeah, 7201, 7202 has already been duly approved and ordained.
Yeah.
It's done, yeah.
so we've already voted on.
Yeah, those are done.
Okay. So the one that's about- the only other one that I have would be the planning and zoning one to rezone from B1 to B2 in the trailer. B2 is in mainly about mobile homes and stuff, and then I have things added to it, and it'll also have the tiny houses added to it. And they'll have to comply with everything that the mobile home has to comply to, and so that should be done, I hope, next meeting.
One thing I'll have for the ordinance committee, try to be ready for the first and possibly second reading, there's an ordinance change. And bill 7205, and that's going to be, we passed a resolution authorizing the mayor by resolution to enter a contract with the towing company in Pima. The 7205 is the actual language in our ordinance that will allow us to collect a $50 fee, and how that process will go, since we no longer have an internal going through all of our ordinances from the beginning of the year to current. That ordinance has been presented to council and been dropped by inaction, just walked in the paperwork during the transition. So we'll be pushing it back out for first and second reading at our next. So council, if you, I'll get you a sheet like that to keep tracks of our bill numbers and ordinances.
That'd be great.
And that way, so I go in ahead and sign all bill numbers for everything that you just said. The TNR, the new TNR will be 7206. 7205 is that towing fee one I just mentioned. And 7207 will be the 200 code. And 7208 will be the 300 code. And 7209 will be the marijuana ordinance, and then 7210 will be the planning and zoning tiny homes B1 2 ordinance. So we don't get those crossed out moving forward. That'd be the TNR, the new TNR. The new revised, the new one, yeah, revised. Okay. Anything else for ordinance?
Nope, that's it.
Economic development, tourism, I want to ask my Sutton to come up and tell us about the plans this year.
So I was asked, as the director, to give the city council's assistance in providing some of the stuff for this year. I gave Brian a list, so he has it for reference for trash cans in the streets that we need blocked off. So far, we have 38 members. We have at least 20 more that have inquired since we sent out that there is a new director and other changes that have been made. 7th Street to the riverfront are usually the streets that we get blocked off, that I discussed with Brian. They'll get blocked off the Friday night for everybody to set up. We do ask that we can use the bleachers again from Wallace Park, Brian. That's, and we have a stage already provided. Instead of building one, we're just gonna use a trailer stage.
Where you want that at?
We're going to, we decided at the last committee meeting, the pocket park is now gonna be where we said there was stage and setting all of that up. It's a little bit more in the middle of everything.
North side of Georgia Street or south side of Georgia Street? Because there's a pocket park on both sides, south side, not south.
And then we'd like to ask the mayor to do the opening statement. We're wanting to bring that back. Welcoming everybody, and then we're gonna follow it with the national anthem, with the local Leah Diffie to the national anthem. We did discuss, I became chamber director in June. I found out through Brian's little river rendezvous form about the business license. So we came to ask for a waiver of that because the previous director collected most of our vendors last year and it wasn't collected for the business license. So we're asking for a waiver for that for this year. No plan on it for next year.
This typically will be a peddler's fee, right? What's our peddler fee, $10? 15.
Isn't that like this?
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of these vendors, this is their one time through. Okay.
So it's they're being treated on the vendor screen, or it's not?
It's not, because Tiffany did not have that added into year's collection for this year's. From what I'm seeing, the fee that was collected for the activities of last year was not.
So in a work session, you can't take the action, but you have to go back in the,
That's fine.
it'd probably be, the 28th before we could actually take a vote on it. Since it's not on the agenda, you take a vote on it.
Then we also would like to get a vote on the open container in the color fest area like we've done every year. And we have planned for the sheriff's department, and then if Josh has any available officers to walk, and they will get bands. We have two sets of colors, one for Saturday, one for Sunday, for showing you an ID and for the video for 20 minutes.
So. It's not our business to interject as far as your fees and all that stuff, what you all charge, but just for information purposes. So you rent out a spot on Georgia Street, and do you all charge extra for the electric spots? And do you all reimburse the city for using the electric?
So we have that previously reimbursed,
Any council got any questions or anything? Do y'all need any water too?
Yes, there, but we've only got a hand, maybe 5 so far that need water.
Okay.
And that was, I let Brian know that on the checklist that I gave him.
So if y'all got a map and everything where you need everything you have to get with other street crew.
So they give you told me that someone will need water.
Yeah, I won't have, I mean, September is when we shut them off, so that will get all totals on.
But I didn't, you said you gave them to me, I'm like, I just. knew
I
that
gave
some-
you the checklist of what
Yes.
was needed. But yes, we shut off in middle of September, which will give enough time for us to get the layout and everything done.
Is the chamber to provide any type of security after hours?
Yes, we have. That one.
Questions, council, or? Thank you. Yeah,
Are we would have getting any temporary electric hookups before that weekend?
temporary ones.
They're very well.
Kind of like it keeps the Amber and
Power.
set up, like 1 year Amber did like portable power supplies.
Well, I don't have information on that, so I don't know how to answer that. What they can do or not do. I know generators, but I know that's loud, it'd be loud enough, right?
You can't speak over them. Robert did, with Robert now. He did kind of electrical. Stuff, yeah.
We can ask and see.
But I'm wild on something.
Would Ameren not want to be a part of something like that as a sponsor or as contributor?
That's something we'd have to ask. And see, I don't know.
As you know,
I mean, the city paid for a lot of electrical hookups
Yeah.
to be permanent.
y'all the ones that write the bill to write the check.
Yeah.
Really go. No one else get it.
So, yeah, we can just, all we do is ask. All right.
It would just help the color fest, and if we're gonna have the color fest every year, it lets us spread things out more, spread the food out more, spread the electric vendors out more.
Are you aware of where the new electrical poles have been set with the temporary sites? I mean, we got them around the city here, city parking lot, and then down there. between, Main Street and Water Street,
And that doesn't help us though.
so. So everything you'll focus on, just saying on George.
It should be a disadvantage when we lost the electric that we did when they redid the street and the sidewalk.
Okay,
I mean, it changed a lot. Makes us work a lot more, but people really need to get,
gotcha.
you know, I want to spread them out more, is what I want to see. But we don't have electric, but the electric people.
Right.
You know,
Let's see.
that's-
Appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to come address the mayor and the council. With the help of the ministerial alliance, we want to do first annual Faith Fest. And really what that would entail is bringing in a trailer for a band, having slots for the worship bands. We would have also some church booths set up with like backyard games for kids and whatnot. And real prizes and give out to kids, just kind of a fun, safe environment for kiddos, for families, the kind of family day. We're thinking, as of right now, October 28th would be a Saturday. And we would have concession stand as well. I think we have our own generator and everything, so we wouldn't need any kind of electric or anything as far as that goes. Trying to keep everything as cheap or as free. If not free, it's gonna be as cheap as possible. Does that make sense? We're gonna do hot dogs, popcorn, stuff like that. The reason I'm coming before you is just asking if it would be okay if we could use the grass part of the riverfront. Could we do that?
So now you're talking about the city block grass, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so
or even
the city doesn't own.
does not own that, okay. Or even if we did the riverfront, that'd be fine too.
Block off, we can block Friday, the council, we can probably block off the riverfront, but we still have to leave access to the boat ramp. We can block off from there, and you can't shut off the access to the boat ramp.
Sure.
Everything else, I don't. What do you think, Josh?
That'd be all right. Yeah, the boat ramp does have to.
You know, and then meanwhile, we might be able to reach out to the Smiths on the grass.
Grass part of this, yeah.
Now, there,
I mean, I think the riverfront would probably work fine. That would be,
there's electric there.
at the riverfront, there is. Okay.
And they said it was 28th, because about back to the fifth on here. 28th is a Saturday.
Yeah, 28th is Saturday, the 26th, I think that was kind of a mix up there.
That's my mistake.
You're good. You're good. Yeah,
I think it's for sure you want to have that close to the.
I know it's really close to, and maybe I should say tentatively, we may push it back a week or two. We've yet to have like an organizational meeting yet, that may change. It may be early November, if that's the case, because I know that's super close.
Yeah, I was wondering if it would hurt your.
And it might, that's what we're kind of afraid of too, so that's up in the air a little bit.
Any concerns from anybody? All right.
I would like to say, just while I got your attention, most of you know me as Pastor Steve at Belong Church, and I just want to say I appreciate everything you guys do. Appreciate your help in a lot of things that you've done personally. For some of my outreaches and whatnot, appreciate the police department, we just want to send some love your way. If y'all don't have a church to go to, we ain't gonna hate on it. We just gonna love on it. Thank you, guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you too.
Appreciate it, brother.
Housing, health, senior services.
I don't have really had anything. I am going down this week and I'm going to do have watch. With everybody down at the center. And talk with them and see if there's anything they need to be brought up, anything they need or. And then by myself, yeah.
All right.
I'll leave this thing here.
Enterprise, public utilities. Councilman Dodd. Nothing at this time. Okay, you got, Brian, you got nothing on the inside tank?
So we have an issue with the east side tank. We have budgeted $500 to replace the screen. However, the screen doesn't allow the tank to breathe. It also, the screen that was listed on there before has allowed birds, bugs, and small animals to get in there. One of the street departments said, so that's why there's so many skeletons at the bottom of the tank. Yeah. So they have contacted us and asked for permission to purchase an actual vent that meets the NR standards. It will allow the tank to breathe. And it also will deter and keep rodents from finding their way into our water tank. And so it's $7,500.
How does the committee feel? Go ahead and push that for approval.
The company that we have right now is only going to be here for so long.
Any objections? Okay.
The other thing is listed at the wastewater plant. Last time we met, we talked about some of the things that were broken or in the process. We mentioned the sifter, and the sifter, Richie is still trying to contact the person to get it repaired. So far, there's no progress on that. And the other thing was the well valve that they had to jackhammer down. It goes down about 20 feet. It needs to be fixed. And we have one bid right now. That bid I thought was pretty high. It was like over $10,000. And I don't know where else to go for bids on this matter, but I'm working on it as well as many other issues. But we have one bid at the current time, and I'm still looking for at least 2 more.
So you're not asking for any action.
Not asking for any actions, but I am asking for help and your knowledge. If you know construction companies that deal with grading and concrete. So we put in that safety feature so we don't just have this broken handrail covering the hole.
You're wanting to do the grading and the handrail?
So there's like a aluminum or steel grate that's over the well, and you can see.
Okay, so it's not the valve replacement, so who have you got so far?
A company out of Hannibal.
So you just want somebody that can do application.
Basically cap the well with concrete, make it safe. But it may make it where
It's accessible.
we can still access it, so we don't have to jackhammer.
What about Sparks? I know they do.
Sparks is out. That's where it's from, I believe, isn't it?
Bowling.
Sparks.
I don't know if he's too busy for it or not, but we may do all kinds of stuff. Sparks are, yeah, Sparks.
I'll reach out to Sparks. I believe the gentleman that gave us the bid, his name is Tanner Smith.
That wise.
I have what's on my desk. I grabbed the paper. I did grab that. Yeah, I sent it to him.
But the valve replacement by itself is totally separate than.
The valve replacement's already been done.
It's already been.
It's already been done.
Okay,
We just need to close the well.
okay, yeah. 10,000 seems like might be high.
It seems very high to me. I was thinking that maybe it'd be $2,000 most.
Okay.
I can give you a number of the guy that look at bids.
After the meeting, you send that to me or second to me, that'd be great.
Councilman got community and employment relations.
I got a question. I just found out, I don't know how far this goes, but did we fire somebody lately?
You mean as far as the city? Yeah, we fired two. And that discussion was to be in closed session.
Okay, that's, but that's before I even go any further. Other than that, no.
All right. Entertain, that's it for the work session, entertain motion. So, lay it back, go back into our special council meeting. We have a first from Councilman Sutter, need a second? Second. You got a second? And Councilman Bell, any discussion? All those in favor say yes. Yes. Opposed, outside. All right, council, there is one item, before we go into closed session that, passed is bill number 7204. This is, we should have passed this when we approved the budget. This is our expenditure ordinance. An ordinance appropriating money for the various departments of the city of Louisiana, Missouri for the fiscal year beginning June 1st, 2023 and ending May 31st, 2024. This is something I feel needs to be considered as an emergency. I mean, deal with two readings if there's no objections, and Sam make that motion, get on the first reading. And first and second, any discussion? Hearing none, you take roll call, please.
Councilman Darrell Sutter.
Yes.
Billy Price.
Yes.
Kathy Cordes.
Yes.
Glenda Sherman.
Yeah.
Rudy Bell.
Yes.
Robert. Jimmy Gott. Sorry.
Yes.
First reading passes. Entertain motion to give a second reading to bill number 7204, an ordinance appropriating money for the various departments of the city of Louisiana, Missouri for the fiscal year beginning June 1st, 2023 and ending May 31st, 2024. Councilman Sutter gave motion. Second. Councilman Bell, second, any discussion? Take a roll call, please.
Bill Sutter.
Yes.
Billy Price.
Yes.
Kathy Cordes. Glenda Sherman.
Yeah.
Rudy Bell.
Yes.
Robert Jordan.
Yeah.
Jimmy Gott.
Yes.
Be ordained that bill number 7204 is duly approved and a motion, entertain motion to go into closed session in accordance with the revised statute section 610.021, subsection 1, 2, and 3. Allowing all council members to go into the closed session and also the police chief.
There's someone else.
I was curious if I can go speak in post session or if I can speak when I can speak.
Right now, you're not on the agenda as far as it's going to be brought in. And it's and we'll be explaining that to you a little bit more, but no, you're not on the agenda.
So then what I'll do, I guess is my question.
So typically, the public's allowed to speak during open session in a regular meeting, special council meetings. Typically, we have to stick to what's in black and white, or we can get in trouble with.
So in the closed session, it doesn't have it like what you talk about, or
Well, if you want to stick around, and if the council votes to want to ask you questions, they can do that, but right now, you're not on the agenda, and if the council during the closed session wants to invite you back in, that'd be the council's pleasure to do that.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you want to stick around upside, upstairs, outside, the chief can get you if we call it.
no, you do. You're acting.
Yes, and also, well, city clerk and city administrator. So is the motion clear as far as who's allowed and everything?
As long as we can have a 10-minute recess.
Okay.